Alright, I'm at 3572 River Mill in Ellenwood. Taking a look at this 3-bedroom home with a bonus room. Sits here right next to the cul-de-sac. It's a nice looking neighborhood, good comps. Um, Looks like people are taking care of their yards. It's in an area that we're very comfortable with. I don't know if this house is going to work. It needs a lot of attention. From the ground, the roof looks fine, and there's no signs of any damage inside the house from the water getting in. But as we head around the house, point out a few of the things that need some attention. Need a little tree trimming here to get branches off the driveway. We've got a little bit of siding repair, certainly a little cleanup in the landscaping, some trim that needs to be tacked back in place. But overall, the siding looks really good. Now we are missing our gate here, and the fence is falling over, so we definitely want to get that addressed. It is not very secure at the moment. Backyard's very small, but with the fence, we don't have to worry about anybody winding up in the drop-off back there. But the fence is not completely enclosed, so we would want to add a section of fence here to get that all together. Now, one of the windows here has been broken in and replaced with plexiglass. Another window has been broken on the main floor that's going to be at the kitchen area. And we see we've got a little graffiti on the back that definitely would need to be cleaned up. As we continue around, and the siding looks good. House is fairly clean, so really don't need a pressure washing. But the AC unit has been taken, as well as the gas meter. So both of those would need to be replaced. The railing here at the front porch has been cut, and the rails leading up are gone. So we would need to remove the rails that are there and build a set of wood rails going up the steps and then surrounding the front porch. A little attention to siding where it's coming loose there. Gutters all look good. No issues with water running away from the property. As we move inside the house, you'll see a common theme that the house has been pretty well gutted. Some of the carpet's in really good condition. A lot of it is going to have some heavy staining, and there's the potential that maybe on this floor we can get away with just cleaning it and restretching it, because we do have a lot of ridges and ripples running through. Same thing's true for upstairs. It's just not laid down very well, and there's enough issues in the high traffic areas that really I would consider going ahead and replacing it all. Can probably keep the linoleum here in the foyer, but it does need to be tacked down properly. Here in the hall bath, the half bath here, everything appears to be just fine. No complaints or concerns there. The door to the downstairs has been broken in two. That is something we would want to replace that. Everything in the kitchen's been stripped, including the kitchen sink. So we would need a new kitchen sink put in. We'd need our stove, our vent hood. We'd need a refrigerator, and we'd need to replace all the shelving in the pantry. The flooring is okay. It's a bit discolored. We'd probably recommend we go ahead and replace it. Missing some of the trim underneath the cabinets, and missing some of the base mold in here, so there are some little details that need to be taken care of. The living room actually is probably the nicest looking room in the house, so that's good. Little signs of discoloration. It looks like they may have had a different type of light fixture in the past, and I would recommend that we replace those two and put something not quite so dated in there. In the living room, the fireplace looks good, everything intact there. We are missing a fan in here. Off the living room is going to be our deck, and a little attention needs to be paid to it, not much. We've got a few boards that have buckled and bowed out of place that are broken. Probably want to repaint the surface to make it attractive, and certainly the railing is starting to pull loose and is warped out of control. So we'll replace those. Gonna start downstairs, and everything's fine. Heading down the hallway leads us into the garage, where we do have one garage door opener in place. Don't see a reason that we would need to or want to add a second. There is a bonus room here off of the garage that's been enclosed, and they did a fairly decent job. There's some things that were not quite well done, but the real issue down here is the damage. Damage certainly to the wall, to the ceiling here. I'll show you the other side of that wall in just a second. They've broken the door, stolen the hot water heater. On the other side of this wall is where they cut the wiring. So there are a lot of electrical issues that are going to have to be addressed, because wiring's not only cut here in the box, it is cut here in the ceiling, as well as some other places in the house. Apparently they were rating it for copper. Going to head upstairs. Already been in the attic, and the furnace was rated there as well. So the coil's taken, several of the ductwork has been pulled free from where it's supposed to be. But you see, as we get up here where we've had a lot of buckling and the carpet, only a moderate amount of staining, and if it weren't for the buckling, I think we would be just fine. Inside the closets, several of the walls have been busted open, and the shelving has all been taken from every one of them, including here in the laundry room. Second bedroom, again, shelving taken and wall busted open in here. Several of the doors have damage, have been pulled off the hinges. Some will be able to reuse, a couple may have to replace. Certainly need some attention to some of the detail items to get things more attractive, to get the dollar figure that we would want to for this house. Probably would end up maybe even replacing the sink. It's badly corroded. There's the door to the master. You can see all of the outlets have been cut and taken. So we may be short wired there. May have to get in to extend those. Ceiling fan has been taken. All of the shelving has been taken from the closet. And the master bath, no major issues. So again, I would likely change the flooring. It's just yellowed with age. Example of a door that has been split that we'd want to take care of. And that's gonna complete the tour here. But with having to replace all the appliances, the furnace, the hot water heater, the AC unit outside, a complete paint, and potentially replacing the carpet, the rehab may price us out of this property working. We'll take a look at the numbers.